From wrong to right, Stryper, CVT guitar lesson for Jason, standard tuning. You wanted this off the Roxx Regime version, right? So that's what we got. Great song. One of the first songs I heard from Stryper was this one, and I remember instantly thinking, because I was listening to a lot of Maiden at the time, how the guitars had that Iron Maiden type melody harmony. Oz and Mike, great guys, and great songwriters too, and great players. So let's jump in. Now it's melody and harmony, so it probably sounds a little bit naked, you know what I mean? Without having the harmony over it. Hopefully I didn't blend some of Mike and Oz's parts together. I tend to do that sometimes. Everything's a harmony to me. So we got palm mute 3A and 2D, and then 5 on the D, pinch, bend, and then 2D vibrato, times 3. And then I love this. You'll go 3D, hammer 5, pull 3, and then palm mute 2, 3, 5 on the D, and then 2G, and then 2A pinch vibrato. That's important to memorize because the second time, the only difference is a pinch harmonic on 3A. I think I gotta change the battery in the Sustainiac. I sure do. Okay, and then you go back to the first one, which ends on the 2A, and then section 1B comes in 17 seconds in, and it's the same for the most part. You've got the, you know, that's 3 times, and then this part you'll play it up to the 2G. So in other words, 2A 4D, so it's a B5 power chord. Do it down up, 3 5, and then 5 3 and 2. I'm calling off the root notes of the power chord. So okay, but this A5 is the start of section 2, 24 seconds in, and open A 2D. Pretty cool. They're throwing some things in that probably a lot of people aren't hearing. To do the A5, throwing a little string mute, top 2 or 3 strings, leading into a G5, which is 3rd and 5th fret E and A. So, and then open E 2A, it's an E5, and then there's a 3rd fret A and D. It's crazy, man. I didn't catch that at first, but and then palm mute the open E and 2A 5 times. Now this tempo is kind of moderate, you know, a little faster, but you can get away with downstrokes or going down up. I'm going to go with downs, but and then hit the E5 without palm mute again. There's a different open D and G. It's either that or 5AD. So the first one is, and then or. I went with the D and G on it this time. Later on I go to 5th fret. So you have palm mute the E5 2 times, and then in passing 0 1 3 on the E string. Now only one of them's doing that, I believe. I don't know whether it's Mike or Oz. Not a big deal though. So just actually you can downstroke that as well. And then you're back to the A5, open A 2D, and then a bigger form of the G, I call it the rock G. 3E muted A, 3B, hit everything except the high E. And then beautiful stuff here. Once again we have and and that I believe is harmonized as well. 4D, hammer 5, pull 4, palm mute 7A, and then 4-5 on the D, palm muted. On the G, go 7-5-4, pinch the 4 and vibrato it, and then slide off the E string. So, alright, and it's 2 times. So 1 time you slow the whole progression down. Alright, section 3, 44 seconds in. Palm mute the low E string, go open 1-3 into an A5 power chord. So you'll go, that's the verse I believe, 44 seconds in. Palm mute the A 7 times. And then a D2 or a D, open A and D, 2G, 3B. So 4G, hammer 5, pull 4, this is harmonized. And then 7-5-3 on the D, so we gotta lower the thumb, Jason, to get that stretch. And then 7A, quick rest into a G power chord, 3E, 5A. So it's, and then palm mute the root, 3rd fret E, and then a series of trills, open D, hammer to 2nd. It's about 6 times of that. So you have, and then top of page 3, the A5 power chord, open A, 2D, and then 2D, this is also harmonized, and then a 4-time trill on open 2 on the D string, to 3A and 2A, so F5, 1st fret, 3rd fret on the E and A, twice. Mute the top 2-3 strings leading into a B5, that's 2A, 4D. And then, more riffs. 5 hammer 7, pull 5 on the G to 4G. And then 3rd and 2nd fret on the D and the A. So you have, it's either there or, and I'm going with this one, so. And then that'll lead you to the 2D, 2, 4, and 6. Alright, and then double dots, so you'll go back and start it over, which would be okay, that's all the same. And then back over here, 5. Now this isn't in there every time. Sounds cool, but you can go. Just hit a straight open on the ones that he's not. The rest. And then a different filler riff. You'll go. It'll be really cool. Palm mute 2G twice. I bar it on the 2nd fret G and B. 3, pull 2 on the B. Palm mute 2, 4G. 3B, pull 2. Palm mute the 2G. So love that, man. Stryper does a lot of those little riffs. Really a lot in the early days, that type of stuff. And then 2-4 A-D. And then mute the top 2-3 strings to a 5-7 A-D. So I'd go down, up, and then 7-9. And then that's the 2nd time, because you'll see 2nd time no star. So we took what was done last time, which was And then the second time that was cut out to do. Section 4, 1:24 in, and I believe is the chorus, so it's A5, open A, 2D. A5, so open A, 2D. First and third up top, third and fifth, back to 1 and 3. A5 again, the Roxx G, and then you can, like I said, you can experiment on picking. This one I did alternate, so you got each example in here. It's the E5, open E, 2A, and then 5th fret A and D I'm doing with an upstroke, and then palm mute the E5, down, up, down, up, down. So, and then catch the E5 on the upstroke. Grab the 5th fret A and D again, upstroke. So palm mute the E5 twice, and then open 1, 3 on the E. Right back to the A5. Now I hope I'm right on this, man. This wouldn't surprise me if you listen beyond everything. It sounds like instead of a standard F5, I'm hearing a 3A, 3D, open G, 1B. And Mike and Oz would have to tell me whether that's correct or not. And then 3E, 5A, so it's a G power chord. 2D pinch vibrato to a A5. So back to that bigger version F. Open E, 2nd fret A, D, 4G. That's what I'm hearing. Sounds like I'm hearing. And then you have this cool riff. So 2, hammer 3, pull 2 on the D, palm mute the 5A. 3, pull 2 on the D, palm mute 3A. Play all that, you got 2, 4, AD twice, 3, 5, and then 5, 3, 2, open. That's your root. So D, C, B, and A. Okay, top of page 4. We got 6 pages total. I just put solo 1. It's 1:45 in. I don't know what else to call it. It's real short though, and very cool, man. You have so 4G, hammer 5, pull 4, and then 7, 4, D, G, pinch, bend, 7D, palm mute 5 and 7, D and A, and then palm mute 5D. So palm mute 7A and 5D, so it's 5 hammer 7 D vibrato, pinch vibrato, and then a A5.